Hello everyone, Andrew here with a market outlook for next week. Next week from 17 October all the way to 21 October. After having all the news in the beginning of the month, this week we're not gonna have that many news, just some normal yellow folders and red folders, nothing too important, only CAD news which are gonna be on Wednesday, and then some unemployment changes on AED, and basically that's it. So next week we're gonna not have that much of a volatility, and I do think we're gonna have some nice moves. On Wednesday there's the most important news of the week, which is GBP CPI at 9 AM, 1 hour before London Open. So on Wednesday we should see some volatility coming in on GBP. That's gonna make the move for basically the end of the month. But if we take a look at DXY, first of all, you can see how price on daily did make the bearish change of character. It did react from that demand right there and then had a little push, but going down on the 1 hour, I can see on the news this week we had a big bullish spiked above this area. We took liquidity and then made another change of character on the 1 hour, which could be an indication that price wants to continue bearish, because we are now having a small pullback inside the discount zone for continuing the sells on DXY. Pretty basic. You can see I marked this up, so this is what I'm expecting to happen. I'm expecting the DXY price to play around this area before finally dropping maybe towards the end of the week. Of course, there's a possibility that price may start breaking above, and then if it breaks above and retests, then probably it will push to the extreme zone right here where we're gonna see that reaction. But keeping that in mind, if we move to Euro USD daily time frame, we did have a bullish move, like a V-shaped recovery, but supply got respected and we had a bearish change of character on daily as well. However, I do think that the lower time frames will dictate a new high being printed, just because I see DXY turning bearish, so that should push Euro USD up. We had this huge range that happened this week, so price range a lot in this area, and then we took liquidity on both sides. So we took sell liquidity right there and then reversed, and we took buy liquidity, and now we are retesting the same area. This is a really basic price action scheme for Euro USD, where there's a big drop into discount zone and then price ranges. It takes liquidity on one side, then takes liquidity on the second side, and then retests the zone and then pushes in the intended direction. So that's what I think is gonna happen on Euro USD. But of course I do want to see confirmation, so I do think, looking at the 50-minute time frame, we do have a demand zone right there where price may start pushing beginning of the week before creating all the confirmations needed on 50-minute, 1 hour, or maybe even 4 hour, before starting to push towards this high right here, where we have as target this Asia high, and then potentially looking at the 4 hour, we may start pushing towards the 1.0 level again. So that's what I'm expecting for Euro USD this week. I'm expecting bullish price action, but of course I will wait for confirmation. I will not just start buying without confirmation. There is a possibility that price may push lower because we are building liquidity right here. See, we had this big move here towards the supply zone and then came back down, took the low, and then we're kind of ranging here. So there's a possibility that price may come down again and then start pushing up. So I'm gonna wait for Monday session to open. I'm gonna see how Asia session plays out. If we are consolidating to the upside, then I'm gonna wait for London to start buying. If we are still in this area, then I'm gonna wait for liquidity to be taken before going long, and if Asia session does consolidate to the downside, then again I'm gonna wait for London Open to start buying. So only if I see confirmations, of course, but I do think price may continue bullish. However, if we start going down below this area, then we are probably heading to 0.96. If you are in the Free Telegram group, you know I talked about this zone that I waited basically on Thursday with the news to come down there, but it didn't come. It was like 40 pips away from the area where I wanted to go long from. It did react from there, so we had a big bullish move, and now I'm waiting to see if we respect this small pullback, if we change character and the order flow to bullish, and we can start pushing again to the upside. Euro USD is basically pretty straightforward for this week, just expecting buys, and if we start breaking below, then I'm gonna wait for 0.96 in order to take buys to the end of the to basically end the month. I do think by the end of the month there's a possibility we will be trading at the 1.0 level again. GBP USD, basically the same situation. I'm still waiting for it to come back to the 4-hour zone after creating equal highs here, respecting the supply, building some liquidity. There's a possibility, first of all, for it to come here, give a possibility to go long, or second play that can happen is price to come to this lower area and then go long from there, 1.08. This is the zone I was also waiting on GBP USD, but that didn't really happen, so we need to adapt. But for short-term plays, I'm gonna look for buys around this area, basically the same thing as EURUSD, but GU did make new lows, so it just broke lower and lower, consolidated to the downside, and I do think it's gonna come to fill some of these imbalances and that area before going long. So that's a 70 pip difference, which could happen. Or the second play that could happen is for GU to actually go long Monday session, retest the highs, and then possibly going short again. So if it does break this high, then it may continue bearish from that point all the way to the down zone. So let's see also how GU plays. It is kind of bullish right now on daily time frame. You can see we did make the bullish charge and then we came below this supply area. We charged basically bearish again, but gave a nice reaction. So I do think price will continue bullish, especially looking at the daily candle. Also on EURUSD daily candle, that does look good. Does look like it just respected with the bodies. You see how bullish this candle closed with a huge wick to the downside. We retested the area and basically it's gonna start moving bullish. I do think that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna look for buys on EURUSD, GU and gold for the entire week. For gold, I'm expecting price to come lower into at least 1637 or even lower 1625, 1620 before going long again. So any point in this area, waiting for confirmation, or this lower area for confirmation, and then swinging the trade all the way to 1710 for some nice long opportunities. So everything does look good for this week after all the noise that the news made, all the bearish bullish moves, all the spikes, everything like that. Price action was not that good this past week, but now I do think we're gonna see some really nice plays. Looking at crypto, it became really interesting, especially Bitcoin, after seeing the daily candle. You see how it took liquidity from the downside and then reversed. Looking at the 4 hour, it does look really nice for it to continue bullish further. Just because we took liquidity from the downside, we broke structure, we range, we took liquidity from above, basically same as the currency pairs. We are retesting this area, and if we see confirmation, then price may start pushing bullish short term all the way to 21.6 thousand before potentially going lower below 17k, maybe reaching 15k or even 12k. So this low I don't think is gonna stand. I do think short term we're gonna have a relief push to the upside, so that basically means that dollar will start going down. All the pairs, EURUSD, GBP/USD and gold, may see a relief push to the upside. So everything kind of aligns with my idea. So that's why I'm gonna probably execute on it for the remainder of this month. Ethereum is basically the same place, but it's not that volatile yet. 4 hour looks basically the same. We also took liquidity from the downside, came back to this area. We are respecting it. If we see some confirmation, maybe price will start pushing towards the 1380 levels or even further. So to be honest, the market does look a lot better. It's the first time I see it look a lot better and have an actual direction. If I'm wrong about the dollar, then that's no issue. I'm just gonna take calculated losses. If I execute a position, of course I never execute without having confirmations during my sessions and everything like that. But the most important thing while trading is to have an idea for the upcoming week of what you want to trade, where you see price going and everything like that. So then you can execute based on your plan and your idea. Because if you're not respecting your plan, your trading plan, your idea, then you're just gonna take random trades. You're gonna take sells, buys, sells, buys. You're gonna get lost in the direction. You're not gonna know what to do, and then you're just gonna end up taking losses. So that's really important. That's why I do this market outlook every single weekend, just to give you guys my plan for the week and what I'm expecting. And then it just comes to executing the trades from your areas, respecting your plans and everything like that. Also, don't forget to join the free Telegram group where I do post some charts. As you can see, I did say that EURUSD and GU are gonna go long from there. You can see how it did go long. GU, how I executed it, I made profit just really fast. And then another play, EURUSD, where I said the price will maybe push, shouts in the markets and everything. And you're also gonna have a nice trading plan and journal for free in the Telegram group. You just have to join it. You have nothing to lose. You can probably spot a few plays and maybe take a few trades based on my ideas. I usually have the right direction in the market, but of course the market doesn't always respect the plan. It may play around, it may take liquidity, it may just jump around before actually continuing to the target. So that's why I even said on EURUSD I'm expecting 0.983 to get hit. So maybe we will see this hit at the beginning of the week. So if everything plays out according to plan, I'm gonna update you guys Monday London session if I'm looking for buys and if I'm taking buys. If I see the confirmation, then for sure I'm gonna take buys and target those higher highs there. So that's about it for this market outlook. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, like this video and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.